Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Broku, and welcome back to another Dragon Ball video. Today is a different kind of video where I'm going to talk about Super Saiyan God, debunk some of the things about it, and kind of tell you about its power. As guys, I've gotten many comments from you guys. At least hundreds of you guys don't know a lot about Super Saiyan God. There's still a decent amount of you saying that you think Super Saiyan God is stronger than Super Saiyan Blue, even though that is not the case whatsoever in both the manga and the anime. But still, I get comments saying that, I get a lot of misconceptions and lies about it. So I just wanted to make a video, guys, and tell you the truth about the Super Saiyan God form. It's kind of getting out of hand, so let's get into it, guys. I feel the need to make this video because I need to educate some of my subscribers who just have no idea what they are talking about when it comes to the Super Saiyan God form. So first off, guys, Super Saiyan God in the anime is not 60% of Beerus's power. The Toriyama God scale is null and void. It does not work for the anime. The Toriyama God scale was used for the movie Battle of the Gods and not the arc Battle of the Gods in the anime. And a lot of people then try and use this scale to show that Super Saiyan Blue Goku is weaker than his old God form from the Battle of the Gods. Because they say it can't be possible for Blue to be stronger, because if Blue was, then Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times Tengoku would actually far surpass Beerus. So they say that because that doesn't work, that Goku doesn't surpass Beerus when he's in the Blue Kaioken form, that means he's actually weaker than the OG Super Saiyan God. And this is actually really easily debunked later in the series, but Beerus actually tells Goku that the God form had been absorbed by Goku, or the power at least, so Goku is equal to a Super Saiyan God in his base form now, or at least as a Super Saiyan. But Goku trains to get far stronger, and we know this because later in the series, base Goku fights Beerus. Beerus fights harder than he did in the Battle of the Gods, or at least it looked like it, and yet he was having more fun with a base version of Goku. These arguments are easily debunkable about Super Saiyan God being stronger than Super Saiyan Blue, and then the God scale. So, again, back to God being stronger than Blue. Literally, it can't be because it's literally Super Saiyan combined with Super Saiyan God, so it makes no sense for it to be weaker. And also, it shows in the manga, the Goku and Vegeta switch between God and Blue because Blue is stronger, but it just takes more stamina. Also, in the anime, God Goku versus Kefla. He's essentially on par or close to base Kefla's power. Base Kefla goes Super Saiyan. Goku goes from God to Blue. And it still kind of stays the same in terms of their difference of power, meaning Blue is stronger than God. That's easily debunkable, and it shouldn't even be a debate or a thought anymore. Anyways, guys, now on to the next thing I do want to cover, and now this comment I do see a lot of in GT versus Super debates, and that is about the God key that the God form has. Now, yes, this form grants the use God key, and a lot of people seem to think that God key equals guaranteed victory over an opponent with regular key. Well, this simply isn't true, and is shown in the show several times, like when Golden Frieza is essentially defeating Blue Goku before Vegeta steps in. Frieza, for all we know, was using regular ki, but now when it comes to the GT tards, they say that God ki doesn't mean anything. But it actually does. It makes a difference. If two fighters are equal in power, and they are both equal in technical skill of fighting, and one of them has God ki, one has regular ki, the one with God Ki is going to win. God Ki has a distinct slight advantage, but like I said, it doesn't guarantee victory. And on to the next point, and that is that it is quite likely that in the anime, the God Form Ritual and the God Form Transformation has different multipliers. This is because Goku goes from a Super Saiyan 3 being galaxy level as a highball, to being universal as a Super Saiyan God. This warrants a bare minimum 200 billion times multiplier on top of this form. But when Goku has used the God form in the anime, it never seemed like a multi-billion times multiplier on top of Super Saiyan 3, and that's when Goku uses the transformation, not the ritual.
What's up, Doc?
So Goku went from a Super Saiyan 2 kicking Jiren and making him slightly move, to as a Super Saiyan God making Jiren dodge his punches with fingers. I think if there had been a multi-billion times difference between the two, then it would have been a lot more than Jiren just blocking it with his finger, but Goku actually putting up a bit of a smackdown on Jiren. And also we get a decent calculation and proof, some evidence showing that the Super Saiyan God transformation is different from the Super Saiyan God ritual. That's in the Goku versus Kefla fight. Goku goes from weaker than Super Saiyan 2 Kefla and Master Berserk Kale, and once he goes Super Saiyan God, he is far stronger than them. In fact, then after fusing Kefla, as stated by Vados, to be several sets of 10s, which also means hundreds of times stronger than the sum of their previous power. And that is on top of their Super Saiyan 2 and Mastered Berserk forms. And after this, they powered up to full power, and that means so they were suppressed, so it makes it even stronger than before. This likely puts the God transformation multiplier in the level of hundreds of times stronger than Super Saiyan 3, which would make it tens of thousands of times stronger than base. As for an explanation on this, it does sort of make sense for it to be much smaller now, as Goku had absorbed the form into his base form, which would make sense for it being a weaker multiplier once he draws it out once again. Now, I also need to debunk God Goku not being universal, because a lot of people think that Goku as a god is not universal, and get a lot of people saying this feat is an outlier, and Goku didn't do the full feat on his own, so he's not universal. Well, that's just straight BS, guys. Keep in mind here, the Dragon Ball universe is 3 times the size of our universe. In 3 punch clashes with Jiren, he nearly destroyed it, and 1 more punch would have probably made it so that the universe was destroyed. And since the universe is 3 times bigger than ours, and Goku and Beerus put in equal output into their punches, that makes Goku half universal as a Super Saiyan God. Remember, over the course of the fight, Goku gets stronger and stronger, especially at the end of the fight when Super Saiyan Goku, with the God form infused, shoots a Kamehameha at Beerus, and Beerus throws his own attack that was stronger than that Kamehameha at Goku. The 2 blasts combined, and they actually overpower Super Saiyan Goku. But Goku then goes into his base form, overpowers the attack, and punches it away. Even if you try and say that since the damage from the punch clashes grew stronger as they went further, that still makes Goku universal. If Goku could do a punch clash with himself and redo those ki waves, that would eventually destroy the entire universe. Goku's universal. There's no debate. And remember, ki blasts are far stronger than punches. So Goku is universal. It's not a debate, guys. Now I want to also come in here and debunk people who try and downplay the power of Super Saiyan God and its multiplier. A lot of these people try to say that the universal feat is crap and it's an outlier, and they'll say that God Goku is a 10 times multiplier on top of Super Saiyan 3. Well, again, this is easily debunked, guys, by Goku's statement, fusion would not work on Beerus. Remember, Goku says fusion, so this rules out all fusion, both Metamoran and Patora earrings. And he knows of both, so he would probably know the power. He knows the power of Vegito, so he knows that even Vegito wouldn't be enough. For people who say that he couldn't sense Beerus' ki, therefore this statement is inaccurate, I call BS. Goku saw how fast Beerus was moving, how much Beerus was holding back, and felt the damage that Beerus did to him. He felt the damage. Goku is a genius fighter and would know after experiencing the fight with Beerus how strong Beerus could potentially be and what could or could not be used against him. And so, he knows that Vegito is not going to be used against him. So Goku knew that Super Saiyan 3 Vegito couldn't stand a chance against Beerus. But when he got the God form, he was confident that he could take on Beerus. And that was a Beerus that was using a stronger percentage of his power and was taking the fight more seriously. Base Vegito in the Dragon Ball Z anime far exceeded Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Therefore, Super Saiyan 3 Vegito would be far more than 400 times stronger Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So bare minimum, the Super Saiyan God form is 400 times stronger than Super Saiyan 3, but that's an insane lowball because again, base Vegito is way stronger than Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and we can't really quantify how much. So for those of you who didn't know this about the Super Saiyan God form, I hope you learned some new things, and those of you who already knew all of this and spent the last, 8 to 10 minutes of your life listening to this, well, thank you. You guys are the best. Anyways, please do leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, join my Discord, and follow me on Twitter. And thanks to all my Patreon supporters, Zachrotaku and Hodag Hunter. Those are my Super Saiyans. Thanks to my Super Saiyan 2s, Darius, Israel Flores, Dutch Gamer Monkey, Connor Trigg, Locke, Gerald Herbert, Anime Paradox, Griffin Jacob, and Mystic Ghoul. And thanks to my Super Saiyan 3s, Scotland Serenity, Daraj Payton, Sin Overlord 17, Badass Thug, and the really awesome dude that only supports Broku on Patreon. Thanks to my new Patreon supporter, Shook Red. Thank you guys so much for all the support on my Patreon. It really does mean a lot, and it really does help me out. Hope you guys all have an amazing day. Peace out.